right, people, we're live. Not so much video or technical mess up this week, but it's a challenge, folks. We're live again on Sunday. My name is Greg Smith. Here's our friend, business partner, Kent Robertson. What's up, man?
Hey, Brother Smith. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for coming on.
Yeah, it's
get into what me and Mr. Smith got to talk about today.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a few daggone things today. We're gonna talk about a few things today. It's been another one of those weeks. I don't know. What do you think about, with all the stuff that's going down? We got 24 days left in the political candidate thing. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Now he says he thinks he has a cure.
Well, I would have to be like Senator Harris. If he's got a cure, I don't think I want to take it.
Hey, did you you watched that debate? I guess everybody watched it. It was
oh yeah, I watched it.
It was interesting. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. I think with the political scientist in me says they did what they both had to do, as far as scoring points for their respective bases. I still think I still give a slight edge to Senator Harris, but I knew Vice President wasn't a slouch, but he just wasn't he wasn't used to debating the system.
The opposing groups are always gonna say their group, their candidate, or whatever one. So that's not surprising from that sense of talking. I mean, that's just human nature, even though, I'm glad she brought up about why we are in the situation with the COVID, because, hey, if you didn't, he made that statement about, they wouldn't let our people back into China. Well, they wouldn't have never had to let them back in if you didn't close the office that was there for minor pandemics. This is crazy. You still there? Oh, what's going on? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, it looked like you froze up.
You froze up. See, we'll be That's 2020. That's 2020 in a nutshell, folks.
what we here really to talk about, folks, and one of the things what made me want to do this, because I read this in one of the books that I had promoted a couple of weeks ago about magnetic sponsor, and I tried to find an article, and this has been a controversial topic in the direct sales and everything anyway, and one of the reasons why some people are doing the things that they do. The topic tonight we're going to talk about is what is a true business, and what is the network marketing profession? Is it really a true business model? Okay. And that's been always the controversy about, because what is your definition of a true business, Kent?
A true business, in my opinion, would be an entity, could be a person or a place, that distributes goods and services in exchange for profit.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
Because that could be anything. Lemonade stand.
Yes.
Let me read the business model structure. What is a true business model structure? Because this has been the debate that's been out for a while.
if you go in the way of traditional business, a true there's a place, a brick and mortar. You place your order, or you go into that particular shop, buy whatever product that you want, and of course, take it. And as far as the non-traditional businesses, you can you don't have to have you don't have to have employees on your payroll. You don't have to endure month to month cost overhead.
Well, yeah,
Um,
it's the whole thing about what a true business
mhm,
has been, and from this book said that a true business has employees, it has accounts receivable, it has accounts payable, um,
mhm,
all those type of things, as you say, traditional type businesses. And because what network marketing represents is not, excuse me, in that traditional setup. And people get mad when you say, well, they get upset. So, well, that can't be a real business. That's a scam. Is this well, or it's a pyramid scheme? Well,
mhm.
if we're gonna look at stuff as from that standpoint, then especially from the one that everybody likes to use, the pyramid scheme. Well, if you look at your any business or any place that you work at, they're set up that same way, the pyramid scheme. What truly makes a business a pyramid scheme is how money is allocated, not really the structure. Okay, that's what makes it a scheme, an illegal pyramid. That's what people get messed up on. They think it's just because it's you're doing this and this, because everybody has employees in the traditional business, management, middle management, and the boss or owner, whatever. Okay, it's how money is rotated up or down, or it just rotates to a certain level and the other people get crumbs. That's what makes things a little bit of a illegal pyramid. And you can really say, hey, our government is an illegal pyramid. Look what the whole thing that's going on in our country about the widening of the have and the have nots. Okay, and it's widening even more so. So if we're gonna get to allocating on how money is allocated to people, right there shows you that. Okay. The advantages of network marketing, like you just mentioned earlier, no employees, no accounts payable, and you can run it from your home. More so now than you did 20, 30 years ago because of technology. Okay. The downside of it was in them days is that you couldn't run up, you didn't, it wasn't set up as a true home-based business because how you had to market. You had, as we talked about a few weeks ago, about prospecting. The only way that you can make this business move or in that business, you had to go out and talk to people. Most traditional businesses set up, have money allocated or set aside for marketing and advertising. The average Joe bag of donuts didn't have the money, especially starting out, for advertising. The whole key in network marketing, from the perspective that I was told and been around, was they set up, there's two components of the whole business. First of all, most people come in this business, they have no business sense, skills, nothing. They come in as an employee. That was the first thing that you had to get turned around here. Okay. Second thing was they didn't have their own products and services. This is what these affiliate companies, I call them, provided. That was network marketing, has an affiliate program. A lot of people take affiliate program. Well, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is using other people's pocket products, and they pay you for the volume that you generate from selling. That's what really the component of network marketing has in it. Okay, has that component. The problem has been that there has been not truly any marketing, but prospecting. And like I said, there is a difference between prospecting and marketing. Prospecting is an active thing that you have to do, and you're talking to everybody, anybody. Marketing, especially today, is about targeting an audience, building an audience, and to solve that market's problem. The networking component of network marketing is about building that relationship. But a lot of times people get those things crossed with prospecting and in it as building a relationship. Or prospecting is not building a relationship. Prospecting is usually just signing somebody up. That's the way it's been taught, been shown, haven't been about, they say this business is a relationship business, but when you have to actively do that and don't have anything that else that makes that business work on an automation standpoint like we do now, that was the problem. That was the biggest problem in the old days of network marketing. There was no automation. You had to build what they call a downline. Okay, your downline was your automation. Okay, you had to build a big enough downline where you didn't have to work in any of those groups. The old days, you had to work and you had to find which group was doing good to help that group build. You remember those days, Kent?
Oh yeah.
Remember how something, you know, they call legs. You need to work in this leg. Your upline will say, well, you need to work in this leg, or this leg is doing this. That takes a lot out of you. That takes a lot of time.
Yes.
And most people didn't want to put that. I didn't want to put that time in for that. Most people didn't. It just was and you had to be a real extrovert to do that. I'm not really that much of an extrovert in that in that instance to do that.
Same here.
And that was a personality flaw that, well, I wouldn't say it's a flaw. It was just a personality that you had to do to make the people who had that type of personality usually were the ones that made big teams. Today, you don't have to you can be an extrovert, just learn marketing skills, okay? And those marketing skills could be used to automate your business. This is a difference right now in you know, saying whether network marketing is a true business. Yes, it is in the sense today more so because of leverage. Back in the day, you know, they wanted to say, oh, people join network marketing, they're nothing but distributors. Yes, that's what they would say in paper, you're distributors because they paid you money versus based off the volume that you sold on, because what they would have spent in marketing ad spend, that's what they pay you in commissions. Okay, that's basically why that whole business model was developed. That's what Madam C.J. Walker, she's one of the first pioneers, contrary to what a lot of y'all want to believe, of that business model. The network, it was a black woman back in the late 1800s, something like that.
Yeah, late 1800s.
You can look her up. So the question you want to say is that today it can be, you just got to know what to do and how to allocate it as a business. With technology today, you can do that. Technology allows you. You don't have, contrary to what some people, you don't have to have accounts payable. You don't have to have accounts receivable unless you're hiring people in your business to do certain things that you don't want to do anymore. Okay. And you might have a team of folks, but you just shouldn't have to worry about that right off. And I don't even think, what's her name? Diane Hoffman, that she's the L7 in MLSP. I don't think she has any of that stuff. She just used simple tool type of thing. She's not trying to be a conglomerate, you know. She just want to work. She's a single mother, like so many, you know. We're talking about black women being single mothers. There's a lot of single mom white women out there. I mean, you know how the what's the name tells you they wanna that you are a single, you know, they want the media wants to say, well, y'all single mother. You know, there's a lot of black or Latinos are single mothers. No, everybody's not. No, that's not true.
Right.
So we got somebody else on here. Let me see. Watching. Okay, this is two, but this is participant three. Oh, we got one attendee. That's cool.
Okay. Okay.
So this is what we were trying to get everybody to understand that yes, it is a real, it is truly a real business. It's not the business like a traditional mom and pop type of stuff, but it is a business.
Right.
Today, businesses do not have to be the traditional mom and pop, like I said, accounts payable. You got a lot of ad spend with it. This is why the pandemic has hit those businesses so hard because they got to pay rent. They got to do A, B, and C. They got products. They got to pay utilities in there, and then plus you're trying to do that. And pretty sure that those people run a mom and pop store got the same type of expenses for their own home.
Right.
Okay, at least today you can run your business out of your house with one of these or what we're talking to you with right now. It's a different age, it's a different climate. I do not think I just saw something online. So are we gonna what how to say are we gonna ever have live events again? And I said, well, possibly, but are we gonna have live events with live people there? That's the question again.
Right.
And I think what's happened has changed the dynamics on how people want to work anymore. Really, when people say, "Okay, you like you work for a company working from home,"
Right.
now people are going to say, "Well, damn, if I can work for a company working from home with just an internet connection and a device, why can't I do this for myself?" And you can. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. I don't know. We've been trying to emphasize this for your people. You do not have to have, you do not, one thing, you do not have to go get a business loan to get a business. Average business advocate a few years ago, I don't know what it says today, but I know it's to the average business to get a loan for a business is like 65K.
Oh yeah.
Franchises
Oh yeah.
run from about 100,000 to 1 million. And I think McDonald's is about $1 million to even get in the franchise with that. Like
Yeah.
I said once before, I mentioned this before. One of my a friend of mine, she lives in North Carolina, and I just found out. Um, she tried to buy into a franchise, one of them sub type sandwich things.
Mm-hmm.
She had to have 75K in the bank before they even talked to her.
Okay.
Yeah, before they even consider it. Most people don't walk around with 75K in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
That let me say, most of the average working class don't have that. And I think that she had to borrow another 100 something thousand. Because it was like, I think that franchise to get in, it was like almost $200,000. Okay. The difference with those kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I would call a self-employed person type of thing. And like last week um, when I ran that the cash flow quadrant thing,
Right.
and I showed you that self-employed people, there's a difference between self-employed and a lot of people might think network marketing people are self-employed. Yes, but not in the traditional sense of the traditional self-employed, where we can say we're self-employed, but the only thing we have to worry about is keeping up with our internet connection bills and all that other stuff. We don't have all those other allocated stuff that you have. You probably have the same type of bills you may have for your heat and electric and all that other stuff in your home, but that's in your home. A self-employed person has another mortgage on an entity, plus another utilities, plus the ones that he has to pay for his regular where he lives at. So that's double stuff that you had, especially if you don't have any sense in business or never ran a business. Those are kind of, that's a trying thing. And then
Yeah.
if it doesn't go, most traditional business owners go out of business within 5 years, and then they're still stuck with that loan that they got paid off, that they ain't want no money to pay off. So the beauty of a home-based business, direct sales, whatever, a home-based business is that one, you can work it from home. That's really you working from home.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't
And
have to
really,
worry about you
yeah,
don't have
and
to worry
really,
about employees being paid. You don't have to worry about you know, healthcare coverage for employees.
right. You don't have all that health care stuff that you got to worry, accounts payable, workers' comp shit that you may have to worry about. It's just you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with today's technologies and today's um, things, you don't have to worry about um, this. You don't have the same worries, man. That's all I can say. And I see some people say, well, I'm up at 4 o'clock on my computer grinding. I said, why? Why are you up at 4? I mean, if that's what blows your skirt up or blows your, whatever, fine. I didn't get, this is the thing, I didn't get into business to have another job. Because I didn't. Like I'm like MJ Michael said, I get up when I'm finished sleeping. That's why I do, I'm the type, I stay up late and I kind of get up late. That's the freedom. That I don't know what will you be your reason to do anything like that, but that was one of my reasons. What were your reason to do to be in business for yourself, Kent?
For me, it's just that it's just that I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's just that freedom to be your own boss. And when I, like you said, I am currently working from home, but when you're working from home for another company, you still have to follow their guidelines. You still have to meet a certain standard. So for me, having my own business, I want to build my business to where I can build it to a to a point where I can be financially free. I don't have, and when I leave, I can leave. I do not have to look back. And to
Yeah,
me, that's freedom in and of itself. If I want to go somewhere, or God forbid something happens in the family, I don't have to ask my boss. Well, can I have a few days off here or there, such and such? I don't have to do that. I can just go. You know.
yeah. That was one of my things that I had a problem with, especially when my mom was back in 2007 when she was going through chemo stuff, and I went through some shit while working Time Warner.
Hmm.
You know, they tell me, "Well, you're late. You're this." I said, "Look, this is part time, $9 fucking an hour. Excuse my French, but you're not gonna tell me what I do with family." See, that was my attitude. That's always been my attitude. Okay, um, and that's why I said I can never go back to that dealing with that. I'm at that age where I got a parent that's aging. There's going to be some needs. And I'm not, I'd be damned if I want to have a company or a boss tell me when I can't, and I can't do it. So my best bet for me, I'm not telling anybody else what to do, but for me, I'm telling y'all, I just said, forget it. I ain't going back to that stuff. Okay. It's just not something I would want to do. So I don't know what, that was just me, what I needed to do. I
Yeah,
said, I got to get out of that.
yeah. We can't say what it is for you guys. Maybe it's just maybe for some folks you just want to take that dream vacation and you can just do that. For somebody, maybe it's somebody else, maybe it's generating enough income where you can pay for your kids' secondary education without having to depend on student loans that help you pay for your kids' college. We can't say what. That's for you all to decide
Yeah,
if
and
you
it's
decide to take
you
on
have to make
take on the business. Yeah.
that decision, and everybody's situation and journey is going to be different. We're just telling you what our experiences have been, and what where I just told you, I'm not going back to that because I know how that stuff. And I ain't gonna argue with you. I'll tell you where to go and how to get there. So it's hard. It's hard. I know people. I know y'all people need their jobs, but this is why I said we always tell people do not. If you're working a job, and as everybody, the cool word today is start a new hustle. Start a
Hmm.
home-based business hustle. Don't
Hmm.
don't don't go and do another job that you got to take your time to do. Work from home. It's easier on you. It's easier on your sanity. And if you got elderly parents you need to take care of, I mean, working from home. Hell, you don't even have to be work. You can be mobile with these phones today, people. These iPhones, you can work anywhere in the world as long as you got an internet connection and all that kind of stuff. You don't need. Yeah, really, I'm gonna be honest. You don't need to work for no corporation. The corporations are mad about that. The biggest, the with this COVID that's happening. I know there's a lot of people that unemployment thing. People, I'm gonna tell you, if I was you starting out on unemployment, I would take some of that unemployment money and start a business from home. If you got internet connection, it don't take that much. If you already got a phone or laptop or that, start a home based business.
Hmm.
Okay, quit trying to depend on the government on the unemployment. Yeah, take the unemployment. Don't get me wrong. Take the unemployment, but invest it into your own self. That's what I did. Take some of that, invest in your own self, because this ain't gonna be the first last go around on that kind of stuff. And you need to understand that, because a job, what we call just over broke, ain't no guarantee that it's gonna be around for you anytime. And you gotta realize that. And what's proven viable, the pandemic did. Hey, home-based business people gotta work from home. Oh, there's the orange one.
Yeah.
People gotta work from home. People work from home. It's proven the pandemic has forced a new paradigm shift. And yes, network marketing, as I said, we just said, network marketing is a true business. If you run it as a true business. The problem with a lot of people is that there's some of y'all run it as a rep. You run it as a hobby. There are certain things you got to do to really run it as a business. There's a lot of tools. Me and Kent belong to a platform called My Lead System Pro that can help you do that type of thing. Okay, we've been around with this thing. I've been around since 2012, 2013. So you can run, they give you all kinds of tools and services that you can do to run a business. Okay. I mean, under one roof. Um, if you're interested, let us know. We could. You got a 10-day trial. You can check it out. And I don't know, but you need, like anything, you need tools.
Right.
Like any business need tools. Whatever you do, you need tools. You need service. You need whatever. We teach you how to market, not chase. Today you can't do that no way. I don't care where
Yeah.
you're at. Even if they're opening up some things around the country or whatever, slowly, there's still got a lot of things happening. with this virus sparking up, and then with the president going around here flying all over the country doing his thing. You know, it's just a crazy ass. It's just a crazy thing. So that's why I said, yeah, home-based business is going. That's going to be a more. It's going to be more of a legit, more viable concept, business model than any time anywhere now because of what's been happening in the structure of everything. And I really don't see anything changing that seriously back to the old ways of way we did stuff. I mean, there's been, schools are closing. I don't think the school, the elementary school over there, it's not open back up. I just got to think it's another, what was it, 1,600 coronaviruses?
Yeah, over the weekend here in Ohio, it was like just over 1,800 on Friday.
Jeez.
You know,
They were down to almost 600 or 700 cases at one time, and now
right.
it's sparking back up. And I've been seeing, I don't know, I've been seeing all these, I know some DJs, and some of these people, they still got these clubs open. But they're saying that the clubs and restaurants weren't the cases that are helping to spike up. What is it, the schools? The universities?
Yeah, it's probably a combination, of
Yeah, but they were saying it wasn't the bars, the restaurants. They're saying something else. I didn't hear. That's why I'm wondering. I didn't know if you heard it. I don't know if it is the restaurants. Because Columbus is not conducive. Yeah, you're gonna have outdoor eating for a period of time,
right.
but after that, it's gonna get cold here. So what's going to happen then? When it does get cold, are these restaurants going to have to shut down again? I've been hearing so many different things about what to do.
Yeah, I just, we've been avoiding it so far, but if the stay-at-home order happens again, it's it's gonna stick this time.
Yeah, well, I told them they don't even try to get me coming no places no more. Like I said, when I worked at Time Warner and when they had swine H1N1,
Mhm.
even though it didn't shut down places like this thing's doing now, but still, it's just a crazy situation. Let me go close this window back here. Hold on for a minute. You can keep on with the conversation.
Right. Well, yeah, I think it's now more than ever that it's vital that you establish a home-based business, and it can be whatever you want. If you're into health and wellness, if you're into financial services, if you're into legal services, that any of those venues are available for you. You just got to pick. You just got to pick what your niche is, and um, and then just expand on that, learn, and because for those who are not working or not in school on a full-time basis, you have that time now, and hopefully you have that energy, but you definitely have the time to put it into something that will benefit you for the long run. Greg and I are just here. Whatever passion you find in whatever area of home based business that you find, Greg and I are just a couple of folks who can help you brand yourself, help you learn some skill sets so you can leverage your marketing and hopefully build up that base to expand your business.
Yeah, because it's all about any online endeavor that you do online or whatever. It's about it's more about the audience that you're trying to build. These businesses, these digital platforms, network marketing, whatever. The true thing that's big, the biggest asset that you're going to have in anything is your audience. And it's not just anybody in your audience, it's a specific audience that you are there to solve a problem in that market. See, the market will pay you greatly if you're the one that is there that can solve their issue, their problem, whatever it may be. And that's all marketing and sales is solving a problem in a specific market. And you notice I say specific market, I don't say just a market. It's a specific market that has an issue that you have a cure for. And that's the only way they're gonna, you're gonna get paid is if you can solve that issue there. And all you're doing, you're solving problems in different markets. If you got different products and services that can help a different market or here, then you're gonna make a lot of money because they're gonna be coming to you as the guy that has the problem solving and say, oh, he has this. Let me go to him. Let me go get that, whatever it is that you have that will solve that issue. And that's all it is. Okay. I think people get this caught up in this thing about sales, and you make it more harder than what you need to do because sales is nothing but solving a problem. Okay. And like I said, people do sales all the time. You don't even know it. When you date and you're starting to sell yourself, when you go looking for a job, you gotta sell yourself to the employer because the employer is looking for somebody to fill a vacancy or solve an issue that they have. If you can't sell yourself to that employer to fill that vacancy in the job or a problem that they need, they're not gonna hire you. Why should they? And it's no different. You're just doing it as a solo person or solopreneur, whatever you want to call it. But then you could control the pay on there, what it costs. People will pay you, especially if they need something done to solve. It's really not so much about the money. If they know that you can solve it, they'll pay you for it. People want the problem solved. They'll pay a lot of money for solving shit. We live in so much of an instant gratification society. People look, I need this done because of whatever. Especially if it's something that will help them for their business and it's hurting their business. Oh yeah, they'll pay you for it. Don't get it twisted that they won't. They will. I think people get caught up in the money thing because they don't know how to. Well, you got to find out what it is that they need fixed. The money thing shouldn't be coming up right there. What is it they need? If you're marketing to somebody and they answer you an ad or whatever funnel that you got out there, and you follow up there, first few things you need to do is find out what the issue is. What can you help them in their situation? Then when you get down there, then you allocate what it's going to cost. If they want it fixed, they'll pay.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you may get somebody to do this, but if they come across you now, they're going to this shit done now. Okay, they want it fixed. They don't want to feel like fiddling around looking out. That's why the internet is so a powerful thing, because once they come across you about something and they read your what you can to fix something, and they think it can, they're gonna go for you. They're not gonna look for some more people to do it. That's time wasted. They bam, see you, bam. Can you do this? Bam, they want it done. Right then, right down. Okay. And that's where you gotta look at stuff from that aspect, not whether you're in competing with the price over here versus it. If they didn't come to you first, they would have went to that other person. Okay. My attitude is like, why you come to me if you're gonna go to him? What was about me? You saw my ad for something, saw that I thought I can fix for you. What's the issue? That's what you gotta look at it as.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I don't get. I hear some marketers talk about it takes some people 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to see your product or ad before they buy. Well, that depends on if they need it bad enough. To me, I'm looking at it like I just said to you. Why would somebody, if they need something done or something, why would somebody go here and then come back to you and then look back like that? That don't make any sense to me. That's why I don't. There's a lot of stuff that you see online that so-called leaders are here that say this. If they're looking at, if your ad pops up, if it's seriously something that what you have that can fix something, to me, I believe, hey, they're going boom. I don't believe it that they looked at your shit so much 6, 7 times. They may have looked at a lot of people's stuff. That's the consensus that need to be changed. It's not so much, you know, that person looks at you and say, well, should I buy from them? But then they really don't have a big problem at the time. Okay. They may have. Now what happens is people follow you on line for a long time before they buy something. Well, that's fine, but they don't have an issue with something yet. If they find out that you sell something or have something that can fix their problem, they will buy. And that's why it's always, you have to be always consistent in marketing and content creation, because you don't know, you don't control, you control where you put the market and where you think people will buy, but you don't control who sees it really. You control of that marketplace, who's what sees what you're marketing, but you don't control the individual about who's going to buy something. You don't have no control over that. Okay, that part of it is kind of a crapshoot because you don't know. But as long as that content is in the right marketplace that would more possibly buy, instead of just throwing your ad things out or your content and just hope it sticks on the wall, that's where you get messed up. That's where people get messed up with ad spend and marketing. They market in wrong areas. You don't market a sirloin steak to vegans. I mean, you know, you got to know the market, you got to know that audience and find out what they're going to, if they will buy it. So it's just like, with this show tonight, I market in groups that are dealing network marketing, okay? Because they've probably come around, some people say, well, that's not a real business, a pyramid scheme, it's this, it's not a real business, all yours are rep. There's some truth and there's not some truth to that. And why we're doing this, those people will get a clarification about that. You know, you always, network marketing attracts hundreds of thousands of people a day in the business. It's a $162 billion industry, folks. It makes more money than a lot of things in the entertainment, sports figures and all that other type of stuff. Right. Contrary to what a lot of people want to think, whether it's a viable business, a business that generates, a profession that generates that kind of income, revenue. I'm not talking about any specific, I'm talking about in the whole industry. It generates that kind of revenue a year. So it can't be that much of a scam. It's been shut down. Now, granted, there's been some companies that got hit because, yeah, that's like any other company.
Oh, yeah.
People try to get what they can. Look at the foods in the White House. Prime example. Okay. All right. I mean, come on. Business is business. You know, it may not, like I said, when we go back, it may not be the traditional type of business, but who cares? Traditional business is closing left and right now. You know, what was it? Just saw some laying off some odd thousand people.
I think it was Disney World.
Oh yeah, Disney World laying off what, 80,000, some odd amount.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Even the airlines are getting hit because everybody's not flying like they used to.
Right.
They have to furlough some people.
Yeah, Delta's the only one that hasn't, and they're fighting hard not to do it. But if things don't improve, you know, they may have to, but they haven't furloughed anyone yet.
Well, you know, and that's the thing about working for somebody. You don't have a say so.
Right.
And you know, when See, your job, your job is contingent on the economy, baby. People, it ain't contingent on whether you got these skills or whatever. They hire you for that, but like I said, at the end of the day, when the going gets tough, they're gonna look at where we need to cut. And we had talked about this last week. Right now, they're looking at Christmas season, how much they're gonna need to cut back, especially with this pandemic. You know, businesses are not generating revenue like they should be. But I had said before that this business or the technology to me has been the saving grace of the economy, not the stock market. Okay, because even at the stock market, if you didn't have computers, people couldn't trade like they did. That saved a lot of different things. People are still working at home. So the home-based business, internet, social media has kept the economy to me on an even keel. It's kept it from going into a recession. Look at him.
Gotta have a spotlight. Another orange one. Gotta have a spotlight on it.
Sneakers is running around here somewhere. I don't know. He been running around here acting a fool. He was up in the window, then he been. I don't know about that cat sometimes. So yours is just, oh dang, he just climbing all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I said. Another orange one. Gotta have a spotlight on him.
I don't know. Mango wasn't really all like that. I mean, you know, he.
Oh, that's not the orange one I'm talking about.
Oh, that orange one. Yeah. Seem like them orange ones do. I told you he's a Gemini. Geminis?
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody, this is, well, this is Puma.
Puma.
Yeah.
Okay. Puma. Got a long tail.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I know. But it's really interesting about what's going on. How people don't, you know, people still up in arms because they don't know what to do. And it's like so many different things we had talked about before. And you know, I hear people talking about they don't know what to say online content. People, business, every time you go online, it don't always have to be about business. Even if you wanted to go live your life, your life is content. People probably wonder how come I come up with so much content, because I live my life. And I always tie my life and situation back to what I do, business. Because your life is your business is your lifestyle, basically. That's why we live it. It's a lifestyle. We gotta live a laptop or a cell phone, mobile phone lifestyle. And lifestyle you can talk about all day. One of the reasons why I got another thing I said we got in this business because I wanted to have a certain lifestyle where I ain't got to hear some fool telling me I'm like a half a minute late. Somebody that gets on your butt being a half a minute late got some issues. The company that they have working for and the people that are in that pyramid scheme that you say network marketing is, they got issues. Okay, they got real issues. You sweating over a minute because, you know, as we always say with business and bosses and stuff, you know, they say shit rolls downhill.
Yes.
So they jumping on their mess, then they got to jump on you. That's another reason why I couldn't work in that, you know, like that. I didn't want to be nobody's boss. I don't want to be nobody's supervisor and stuff like that. For what? What right do I got to tell them about? You know, and you know, and then when I heard about how some of these places were timing you about when you go to the bathroom,
Right.
I ain't never heard heard such things. Yeah, I come I come from another era of working. Some of you Gen Z and Gen Y, I feel sorry for y'all.
Hmm. Yes.
Y'all in a situation I punch somebody in the face about.
Yeah,
I'm being
I have to
honest
say,
about it.
I am glad I'm looking at retirement direct ahead instead of looking at it from the beginning. So,
Y'all got
woo.
I gotta put up with that kind of stuff, and then see that's another reason. Then you end up getting in there, and if you're a baby boomer and then got to go back into the workforce and then put up with that shit because you got to deal with
Oh,
them young ones. Say you don't want to mess with me. I wouldn't say nothing to you.
mhm.
That's one reason Alliance Data was the last place I really worked, and this guy wanted to. I don't know. He was one of those. I'm trying to think of the term. Where they always all hovering over you, micromanage.
Yes, yes.
I am not a micromanaged type of person. You got micromanage me, we ain't gonna get along. I'm gonna tell you straight up, you ain't gonna be hovering over me about whether I'm 61 years old, be 62 next year. Ain't no way I'm gonna put up with that shit. I didn't put up with that. Now at that time, I was in my 50s. They try to do that stuff
Mhm.
at Time Warner. I'm like, are you crazy? You better y'all need to slow your roll. If we will all be grown, if you can't do your job, then you don't need to be working here. That's the way I feel about it. Or leave, quit, whatever. But I'll be
Mhm.
damned if I'm gonna be micromanaged by somebody. So you gotta have some kind of convictions about what you want. That's where the bottom line is. I mean, getting into business just to be getting into business is not enough. What is it that getting into business will do for you? What's the trade-off? That's what you gotta think about. Because just doing the business, you like I said, self-employed, the buck stops with you. We are
Mhm.
considered self-employed, but we don't have the layout. We don't have all the other stuff that traditional self-employed people have. I got to chase everybody outside for business. I market.
Right.
I got somebody right now that's befriended me on Facebook or wanted to connect with me. I get that all the time, and you know, I just don't use Facebook as a platform to market.
Right.
There's a lot of y'all put all your eggs in one. You know, they say don't put all your eggs in one basket financially. Well, when you're building an audience, don't do that also. It's not so much of how much you got following you, viewing you on one social media platform. You should look at it from a wider scale, from Twitter or whatever ones you're using. That's your audience. Don't limit your audience on how much you people following you on Facebook. That's bullshit. I think that's the biggest mistake a lot of people are teaching these new marketers. Well, how many people you got following you on Twitter? Who cares? I look at it from my audience from a bigger view. I got probably about 1,700 people following me on Twitter. That's bigger than I got on Facebook.
Okay.
So, but when you combine all that Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that, that's almost 2,000 folks. And some people don't consider that a big audience. What I don't need 100 million folks. I can't work with them all. I may not want to work with them all.
Right. You just need enough.
You need
That's it.
enough people that are serious about want to do something. Not we ain't trying to deal with you. Um, I call lookies, tire kickers, all those type of things. You either you are or you don't. And, you know, there's no gray area what we do. You either are serious about starting your own business or you're not. I ain't got time to do it all the whole. We don't. I don't do, some people talking about hand holding. I don't consider hand holding. Let me see one. Okay, I have to do that later. My cousin's trying to do my mom's taxes, and she's trying to get a picture of her driver's license, and I thought she had it.
Oh,
Um, it's not so much about that big audience that you need. It's all about the right people. We always talk about the right people, don't we? Can't let's talk about the right people
yes.
that you need.
Yeah, you got to be like-minded, and like Greg said, you have to figure out why you want to establish your home based business. What basically you have to come at it like what's in it for you, you know, and 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 we can't show you that passion because like Greg said, you have to do it. You have to do it for you. If you're just wanting to say, well, I got a business. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. That's not. And experience has shown Greg and I that folks who have did it just to say that I want my own business, they don't last long. They
No,
don't.
no, that's not because really, when you're saying that, all you saying is that you want to be self-employed or you want to work for yourself. It's like another job. See,
Mhm.
I wanted a business that would create a lifestyle, time, and money back to me. That's what I wanted. I didn't want just to have say I got a business, but that's all I got this hooked onto me all the time, or I got to be sitting at my computer 1,900 hours a day. That's another job. I don't
Mhm.
need that shit. I don't want that. Okay. And like I said, I'm not a morning person, but I'm a more I guess I'm more of a night person, but I'm not I don't believe in that daggone saying early bird gets the worm.
Mhm.
Well, that depends on what type of worm you're looking for. All right. I ain't trying to get all the worms. I'm trying to get the right worms. And there's gonna always be some worms. Okay. There's a lot of sayings as I got older when I hear people say, I'm like, you can have that worm if you want to. There's always gonna be some other worm out there. I don't need, there was a time when you was first online, you're talking about, well, you should market or put a video out of this time. Wait a minute. The market runs 24/7.
Mhm.
Why do I need to worry about if I got to be here or there? The market runs 24/7. I'm not gonna still gonna can't control who's gonna see this and who's not. The point of marketing, especially using video. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have the 25th for the end of. We're gonna have a special guest on here. His name is Mark Harbert. Mark Harbert, well, both of us know him. He's a L. What is it, Mark? L5,
L5, L6, I believe.
something like that. Yes, L5, L6. What I know about Mark, I know him from. I knew him as a video marketer. He still is. Him and Frank. I can't think of Frank's name. One lives in Germany and one was living in Chile when I met them online. I've never met them physically, but I've been on some of his videos, bought some stuff from him. Um, he just confirmed this last week that he would come on the show. We'll interview or chop it up. Been trying to get him for a while. He's gonna give you some stuff on
Good nuggets.
yeah, he's gonna give you some tips. So if you want to learn about video marketing, put it on your calendar. October 25th, 7 o'clock. We're gonna have Mark Harbert here. He's gonna give you some hot tips on what to do about video marketing, why you need video in your marketing, because right now it's gonna be the closest thing is that you can use to build relationships with your audience without being up in their face. He's gonna give you some tips on how to do it and how to use especially how they use YouTube. He's kind of expert on YouTube stuff too. He's gonna give it a. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about why he got into it and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, put it on your calendars. October 25th. Damn, that's
I'll,
not gonna be. Huh?
I'll mark it down.
Yeah, that's gonna be the last Sunday of the month. That's not next Sunday. The Sunday after next.
Following Sunday.
Yeah. So put that on there. I see it's like 8 o'clock. I don't want to keep people too much longer on here. Um, you got any last thoughts, Kent, on what we were talking about?
Hey, it's like I said before, having as far as a home based business, no, it's in a sense it's not like the traditional business. But speaking for myself, I think it's better because you don't, as we stated, you don't have to worry about overhead costs. You don't have to worry about paying employees, whether they show up or not. You don't have to worry about that headache. You don't have to worry about getting a health care package for them. The only thing that you need to worry about with your home based business is you, because it all starts with you. And you have to find that passion, no matter what it is. Like I said, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's travel, whether it's legal services, whatever it is, you have to discover a passion for your niche. Once you find that niche, hey, and you hook up with not only uh, online entrepreneurs like Greg and myself, but you find that out. You learn some skill sets to get your business not only started but ratchet it up to the next level. Hey, there's some, as Greg said, there's 100. Did you say 162 billion dollar industry that this
100,
net
I think it's a
market
$162 billion industry.
162 billion. Don't you want a piece of that? Just just a piece, you
Yeah.
get a little piece of that, you would have the financial wherewithal as to what I want to do one day is just leave my corporate job without ever having to look back. And that kind of freedom, I mean, that's priceless to me.
That's priceless. You hear a lot of folks talking about their freedoms, but freedom without financial freedom, it is hard to try to be freedom. I don't care what your politics and stuff is.
Right.
And we need to be really thankful or thinking and thankful that we live in a country right now that we talk about freedom. This is one thing I had to argue. I don't want to say argument about, but I had to talk
Mhm.
about some of these so-called leaders and talk about like some places don't even let you market like this. If you was in China, you couldn't do the stuff we do like this
Mhm.
because their internet is so limited. Okay, you couldn't do a lot of stuff. You gotta have, no matter what it is that you're doing, you have to have the proper infrastructure in place that allows you to do the things you want to do. Without it, I hear these people in this business, and it seems like it's always network marketers and people always talking about, well, I don't need to do this because whoever's in the White House ain't gonna affect my business. Wait, that's the most dumbest statement in the world. Your business, if we're all using all this technology, and I don't know if all one knew about a couple of years ago, they were trying to get the FCC to really ratchet down the internet. This current Trump administration, that would affect a lot of people in their businesses because right now we're using the internet, especially with this pandemic that happened, and they're going to try to do that. So you got to really look at and think
Sure.
about a lot of things you saying about from a political standpoint, from an environmental standpoint. If they ratchet down on those type of things that you use to build your business, that's going to affect you. It's going to affect you, your family. It's going to affect your revenue. It's going to affect a whole lot of different things. So those kind of things I
Hmm.
look at and say, yeah,
Hmm.
that's a dumb statement. And there's some people that's supposed to be quote unquote smart, but I ain't running because of it. they ain't gonna change my business, or they ain't gonna. I'm like, okay, fine. Figure that, go ahead with that. Go ahead with that
Right.
mindset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You wake up one time and they say your internet says it is not no longer for you allowed to get connected.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you gonna do?
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. It's what time is it? 8 o'clock. My show is on hiatus till December. So I'm cooking and Sundays I cook and clean and wash. So
All right. All right.
I usually end these shows with a Les Brown quote. This Les Brown is not me. He says we're Sundays our biggest time the heart attack rate goes up 35 to 40% because people got to go to a job that they hate, or they got to go to work at their computer at a job that they hate. Okay, don't let those jobs put you in an early grave, because if you pass out, die at your desk or whatever, they'll have your obituary. They'll have your job in the paper before your obituary. That's factamundo.
Yes, yes. Hey, shout out to everybody who came on the live feed today. Hey, we appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And if you want to reach out to us, You can reach out to us on Instagram, of course, on Facebook, Twitter. Reach out to us.
Twitter, Instagram, me. Again, I got trainings on my YouTube channel. Great, GJS Enterprises Marketing. You can reach out there. There's a lot of training on there. You can reach out, videos and stuff that I've done over the years. So with that being said, if you got value from tonight's show training, like I said, put down 25th of this month, Mark Harbert, video professional, going to teach you how to give you some tips on video marketing and some other tips, okay? With that being said, I'm Greg Smith.
You froze up. Oh, there you go.
Froze up. Let's try this again. I'm Greg Smith.
This is Kent Robertson. Stay safe, everybody.
Take care. We'll see you on the next video. Have a great week.